Hi, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I'm so excited that everyone's here.
I'm more excited, guys. I'm so pumped for you guys. You get to hang out with my wife for a couple of hours. She's going to teach you guys all sorts of cool things. Super excited. Sub 2 students, everybody that's on here.
Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it.
Hold on.
I'm so excited that everyone's here.
I got to make sure we mute that real fast. So one thing I need to let you guys know that if you are in here in the Zoom, you are able to ask Laura questions, bring addresses to her, and you guys are going to be able to talk about deals and all of that. If you guys are on YouTube, you won't be able to, unfortunately. So everybody here on Zoom, consider yourself pretty lucky to be hanging out with this hottie. Later.
All right. I want to bring Benson up here with us, if that's all right. And I saw him in here, but I don't know where he went. So let me find him real quick. There he is. All right. All right. Benson's my co-host today. Hi, Benson.
Hello. I didn't know I was supposed to bring my baby.
You were supposed to bring your baby?
Yeah, I didn't know it was bring baby to comping day.
Yeah, bring your
I don't
baby to
have
comping
one.
day.
Next time though, I'll find a baby to bring.
Yeah.
Look how cute.
She is really cute, but she's very curious. So she's a little bit different since the last time I was on alive. So she's very, very, very curious. So I wanted to hang out in one of my favorite markets, and I thought everyone in the chat can pick. I either want to go, I want to look for some deals in Atlanta, or I want to be in North Carolina. And that's what I want to focus on today. Does anyone have a vote? Georgia, North Carolina, North Carolina, North Carolina. Few North Carolinas. I love North Carolina.
Yeah, what's cool about North Carolina is we've got direct to MLS data in the greater Charlotte area in is it Asheville? It's just outside of Charlotte, and then all the way through Raleigh-Durham.
Beautiful. Well, let's see. Through Raleigh-Durham too. Cool. That's so cool.
Yeah, I think that North Carolina is winning.
That is so awesome. Let's pull up. Let's find some houses.
So what's your strategy out there, Laura?
So this is going to be my first time personally, and I thought that we would just do it together and we'd do it live. So when I'm comping in Arizona, it's a totally different story. I utilize MLS because I'm a realtor, but I want to see if I can find us some good deals in either Georgia or North Carolina. And I feel like people want North Carolina a little bit more. So let's check it out.
Yeah, I think they do. However, I mean, there are deals in both, right?
Yeah.
I actually was looking at this one earlier. I'll show it to you. It's in Atlanta. And then we'll jump into North Carolina. We don't have to stick in one market.
Let's check out Atlanta. All right, let me share my screen real quick. I'm just going to pull some stuff from Keegley, and I thought that we could comp it that way, get started that way. So let me cruise through and show everyone. If you haven't used Keegley, I think you should. They're my favorite place to find wholesale deals, but obviously you have to underwrite them. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. All right, so this is, if you go to keegley.com/investing, and you can filter what state that you want to look in. So Arizona, they're almost nationwide, not quite, but we're going to be checking out Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm sorry, I'm getting my hair pulled right now. So we've got quite a few up here. So let me see if I see one that looks kind of cute. I mean, they all look pretty cute, to be honest. That's hilarious. 989 Flippin' Road. Okay. I love that. So Benson, let's take note of this.
Okay.
And then let's comp on Privy together and see what we can find. So I'm going to let you share your screen if you want to pull up Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, 989 Flippin' Road.
I know, that's a perfect one. That'd be hilarious if we could actually flip that.
Yeah, we can definitely pull it up. We can look at this one later if you want. It's just one I found that popped up as a pretty good deal. Lots of investor activity. You know,
oh, wow, you already found us a deal without even picking A Keegley house. Okay, so really quick, show me what you're looking at. So to get here, you obviously went to Atlanta. You zoomed into Atlanta. And then did you sort by like fix and flip or hot leads, or what were you looking at?
So I have a search already saved here. So that's one of the cool things about Privy is that like you don't have to be in there all day running searches manually. You can be out hanging out at the pool or going to work or whatever it is you spend your time doing. And then we'll just send you deals that match your deal criteria. This is a couple that came up, and this one right here was one that just popped up. It showed up in my inbox. So it's 2492 Old Hapville Southwest Road.
Mhm.
We have, the property needs a little bit of work, but it's not horrible. It's not like totally,
Oh, it's
trash.
actually
It's
pretty
got
cute.
original hardwood. That's probably linoleum.
Yeah, it looks like linoleum, but nice cabinets.
Yeah, maybe just put new countertops down, new fixtures, maybe some new appliances.
Really quick, we've got someone in the comments that Privy isn't in my area. Kate, what area are you in? Hi, Adam. Kate,
Well,
are you there? Oh, she's in Dunnellon, Florida. I'm gonna butcher that. Is it Dunnellon? Dunnellon? Does that sound
mm,
correct?
well, we are there. It's just we may not have direct to MLS data there. So Privy is nationwide. It's just
Okay.
that in many markets, we've already gotten above and beyond what anyone else is doing and gotten direct to MLS, which is, the same data that agents and appraisers use, but kind of like with the average investor who is using a tool similar to ours would have to use that third party MLS data. Which is fine. It's a different experience, right? So you don't get these rich photos. The updates aren't as often, but you just kind of work with what you can. So we can look at that market. It sounds like that one's probably in a third party MLS area.
Okay.
If it's not around like middle Florida, is it north? Is it like
Let me pull
Gainesville
it up.
North or in the Panhandle?
And you say it Dunnellon is how you say it. So let me pull it up and see where in the state it's at. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
I'm awful, everybody. I have been to Florida, but I've been to Disney World, and that's it. And I don't really feel like that's exactly Florida. I feel like that's just Disney. So I am
You want to hear
Florida.
something worse than that? Is
Yeah.
I've been to France
Yeah.
once, and I was in Euro Disney.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I never got outside the van
Yeah, that's a
from the
totally
Air
different
Force Base
experience.
to Euro. Yeah, I
Yeah.
still say I've been to France, but
Okay,
it was
so
basically
Dun
Euro.
Ellen is south of Gainesville, north of Tampa. It's not exactly on the Gulf Coast, but it's probably, I would assume you could get to the coast pretty easily.
Yeah, that's probably in that hole between where we've got data for Jacksonville and where we've got like what's that? Orlando, Ocala, those areas.
Yeah,
So yeah, she's right in
Ocala
that
is
hole where
just
she
to
can
the
still pull
east of it.
deals. It's east. Yeah. So we can look at that. I can look at her that more closely with her. But
Sure.
this still here, Laura. I mean, so when you're looking at comparables, I mean, margins are different everywhere. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how much of a percentage of ARV are you looking for? Because this search, I set it to be at 65% ARV or lower. And
That's
so
nice.
here's the comps.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
one of the reasons why I targeted this area is because I wanted to make sure I had fix and flip comparables.
Right.
And so wherever you see the before and after, that's indicative of a fix and flip.
Right. I see that.
1, 2, 3, 4 of them that were flipped.
Okay.
And so based off of this one right here hasn't sold yet. So that one, it's been
It's
on the market for
probably a little,
65 days.
maybe priced a little high.
Yeah.
It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. Well, let's take a look at that 2627 Macon Drive that is, or Macon, Macon. Let's look at it. Let's see what this active flip looks like. Oh, not much going on right now for that one. Third party.
Well, it could
Interesting.
be. So there's 2 MLSs in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Not one, there's 2. There's FMLS and there's Georgia MLS.
Okay.
So this one looks like it finally sold, or it's getting ready to be under construction.
Yeah. Well, it sold 12/21/2020 was the last time it was sold.
So this one actually may be more of a land listing.
Okay.
And it's an outlier anyway, right?
Yeah, we don't like that one, to be honest. Okay, we've got one pending at 250K. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, so one extra bathroom.
This one on Judy, I mean, it's right down the way. It went for 250. It's closed. They bought it for the same price that this one is for sale for.
Yeah, 150. And it closed for 250. Let's look at it. See what they had to do for it. Not much. I mean, I actually think the floor in the subject property is a little bit cuter. Looks like they put some wood look laminate in the kitchen. I think that we have nicer cabinets in ours.
Oh yeah. They totally just dropped the ball on this one. They could probably have gotten another 50 grand if they had just done the nice kitchen.
Or maybe they're smart and they didn't waste too much time.
It's true.
We didn't waste money where there was no return. That's the interesting thing, to be honest, everyone, about flipping is there's a point of no return. Like you can't, like maybe a kitchen like that wouldn't get you any more money, you know, if you would have torn it all out and done new cabinets and beautiful quartz countertops, it might not have made a hill of a beans of difference. Let's see. Yeah, let's look at what it looked like before. Do you have, is it just that one photo? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they bought it off market in
Mhm.
January. Just basically cleaned it up. Would this be considered a wholesale?
Yep.
So they got it 150, went for 250, $100,000 margin in like next to no time at all, and very little investment. So they probably had a really good ROI on this.
Yeah. That one looks like it was a winner for them. Can you see who was the one who sold it?
West Deckel Property Solutions.
Nice. Good for them. Very nice. What a great investment for them. And they sold it on May 9th, 2022 to the new owner for 250.
Mhm.
Beautiful. Okay, well, let's go back to the one that looks good. 2492. Let me see those pics again. Okay, so it's not as cute as the one that we were just looking at, but to be honest, I kind of feel like the inside of this one's kind of cuter to me.
Yeah, it's got better
than
potential.
Judy. Yeah, I think it's actually cuter than Judy on the inside. Let's look at another comp. This is let's see.
This one right here on Baywood.
Yeah, let's check that one out. So they went from a 2, is that right? They went from a 2-1 to a 4-2. Is that right?
Yeah, so we compare the original listing with the secondary listing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chance that there's a basement in this house and they just finished it.
Yeah, that's crazy. 4 bedrooms and 1,100 square feet. Let's keep looking. So virtually staged it. Just did the same laminate, gray. I mean, just, you know, nothing too crazy. Can't hear you guys anymore. Is anyone having a hard time hearing us?
No, looks like Maria
Here, I
can hear
hear.
as well. So this one's
Beautiful.
definitely, you know, it's okay. It's still kind of, you know, middle of the road.
I think it's really cute.
Let's see if we can see the basement.
Yeah, let's see these bedrooms. Oh, that's a nice shower.
Maybe there is 4 up.
I mean, good for them. So they added a bathroom somehow. It looks like the bathroom went where, is that the laundry? So they added a bathroom in the laundry.
Which is better than the kitchen, which you see people do sometimes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it actually doesn't look like there's a basement on this house.
Well, good for them. I mean, my gosh.
So the ARV on this thing, you know, a similar house, we would have to wonder, like, can we get another bedroom in this house, another bathroom?
Let me see
If
the pics
so-
again. Let me look at it. Let's see if we could figure out if we could see.
Be a 4-bedroom, 2-bath.
Yeah, let's look at the photos of it. So it kind of already looks like they've got something going on the left side, like maybe that was a carport or a garage or something. Looks like it already is living space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think we
think you're right
should
about
add cuteness. That's funny. Okay, so you've got this big front room, decent sized kitchen, to be honest. Cuteness does sell because a lot of times there's a girl involved in the sale, and happy wife, happy life. Doesn't even have to be your wife, you know. And we like cute stuff, so that's why they always say kitchens and bathrooms are what sells the house. And I'm guessing that that's probably not for a lot of the males in this.
right.
For a lot of the girls, gays, and theys who like that. We like the cute. All right, let's see.
All right.
So,
Yeah, I don't know if you could fit another room in this
oh,
one.
interesting. Okay. Well, I like it. How long has it? Oh, it's only been listed for 3 days.
Mm-hmm. So it's newer. Could be potential. Huge deck, awesome level and fence backyard, and it's from the parks. So, okay, let's say the ARV is around 2. Well, we'd have to make an adjustment, right? Let's
Yeah.
assume we couldn't get another bedroom or bathroom in there, right?
Right.
So what would you assign value-wise for the beds and the baths on this to subtract out from the 275?
Oh my gosh. To be honest, I'd probably take it down to 250. It would be
I
my
think you're
ARV.
I think you're right. And that's right in line with these.
Yep.
Right, this is 240. So 240 to 250 ARV on this.
Yep.
So that would put us between 60 and 63% of the ARV.
Yep.
And there are buyers out here that are buying upward of 70% in the Atlanta market.
Right.
So this one could be a wholesale deal. It could be a fix and flip.
This
For
is
sure.
beautiful. So, Gordon, for this one, to be honest, the way the market is going right now, I probably would try to start a little bit lower with an offer. The problem is this has only been on the market for 3 days. So, is it going to sit or is it going to go really quickly just to an owner occupant? Because it is kind of nice enough that, I mean, I would live there. I'd probably tinker around like I do in every house that I live with, and,
It's
change
on a good
things
size
up a little
lot
bit.
too.
Yeah, that's a
20,000
huge
square foot
lot.
lot.
Yeah, almost half acre lot. So, let's see. Should we call Mark Spain and see what kind of activity he's getting on this house?
Yeah, sure. Let's see if we can find Mark. Looks like he might be a one-man shop.
Get my guaranteed offer. I love that. Is that for real? 2,260 reviews for him? It's a chain. Okay. Someone said it's a chain there in Florida.
Mark Spain
He's a
is?
big open door partner, Mark Spain team. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe this is an open door property. Can we see who owns that Hapeville house?
Yeah. Because it says he's the listing agent and it's Mark Spain Real Estate.
Is the owner?
No, the listing.
Okay. Who's the owner? Michael Smith?
Yeah. Michael
Okay.
and Juanita.
Cool. Mark is big in South Carolina and Georgia. In Nashville, too, all over the South. Wow, look at him. Wow. Okay, well, then that 2,260 reviews is real. What a guy. Holy crap. Who even is this guy? That is wild. Good for him. Okay, so he has like get my offer, get the strongest cash offer. So he's probably like wholesaling or selling direct to like a fund or something. Because if he's offering, who does that really well here in Arizona is Doug Hopkins. Doug is a realtor, but he also is like, hey, get a cash offer on your home. So he is he does a great job here. Receive a
Is
cash
it
offer your
the
home.
old
Close in
school
under
Doug
1 week.
Hopkins, like who did all of that education for many years ago?
Yeah, and who was on TV. Yeah.
I didn't even
But
know
it
he
sounds like
was
Mark
still
Spain
around.
might be like Doug Hopkins, but just a little bit bigger. I wonder if that's him, that guy there in the blue suit.
I
That's
bet
him in
it
the
is.
video. Cool.
Well,
Well,
it's 619 over there. You want to try him?
I probably won't get him. I'm sure he probably has a co-list agent on that. There's no way in a
Oh, look at all those
million.
markets. Yeah, you're totally
Yeah.
right. I don't even know which
Um,
office he's out of.
let's see. Georgia. Click on Atlanta. Search by market Atlanta. Buy or sell your home in Atlanta. Okay. There you go. 855-299. I can hear my baby crying. That's what happens when you hold your baby all the time. You give them away and they cry. I
I
do
actually
like
didn't
this.
even
I
see
think
him hand the baby off.
this one could be worth putting an offer in, and I would probably go a little bit low to start off
Mhm.
with. I might even do like 10% off of it and just try, that'd be like 15K off, which would be nice. But that would be a good place to start is that one. That one looks like you can't really lose, even if you go in there just having it vacant. That's an interesting thing too, is if you have it vacant, like even if you cleaned it up and painted it, you could easily do like a lipstick flip on it
Mhm.
and then just throw it up for 250, See what happens. Probably wouldn't sell for 250. It'd probably sell for like 230, but still that's not a bad deal.
I just put this one in the chat for you, Laura, so you can
Okay.
have it for tomorrow.
Beautiful. I love it. Okay, well if you don't mind, would you be opposed to comping that Keegley house for us? Just for fun.
Of course
It's
not. Can you remind me?
989 Flippin Road. Yes, I have a formula. I have a big formula. I'll do that here in a second. Oh, there we go.
Flipping.
Flippin.
All right. So off market.
So this means that Keegley got this from a wholesaler who's direct to seller because this is not an MLS deal.
Mm-hmm.
Keegley says it's, let me see if we've got the info over here. They're saying it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom with a garage, 2,200 square feet. Let me pull it up actually on their website real quick so everyone can see it. If you don't mind, Benson,
How
I'm
many
just
square
going to
feet did they say?
2,200, which is probably not correct because Yahoo has that exact. Here, I'm going to share mine real quick. Give me 1 second just so I can show everyone the photos of it. So this is the photos that they have of it. It's really cute. So it's got a detached garage. Brick. I love brick homes. I love the grass. Okay, so the kitchen's a little narrow. I don't know what this is. Looks like maybe they added some cabinetry.
Mm-hmm.
That bedroom has a ton of furniture in it, so it actually might not be as small as it seems. That looks like a pretty old bathroom. Got an exercise room. Wow, look at that primary bedroom. That's huge.
That's enormous.
They've got a box, 2 laundry baskets, a chair, big huge bed, ironing, a whole vanity. Wow, that is a big bedroom.
Hey, Cleveland, the reason is because I just did a search for deals. So it's applying my deal search criteria to this house. So yours won't show it unless you had just done a deal search.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing so we can go back to looking at that if you want to share your screen, Benson.
Yeah, Cleveland was asking, how come I have these investor comps?
Uh-huh.
And it's because I just ran a search for 65% ARV. So now it's basically looking at this house within the constraints that I built before for my deal criteria, and now it's applying that to this house.
Okay. Can
So
we not go across that freeway?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So there's a drawing tool in the upper right hand corner.
Mhm.
Just click that little pencil icon, click and hold. And then we can get our comps that we want to use. And it'll automatically exclude any comps that are outside that zone.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, now let's check it out. All right, so we got one super close, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, built in 2003. Should we put a year cap on any of these?
Yeah, I think that these three here we would eliminate. I mean, this is the oldest house in the neighborhood
Yeah, it's totally different. Can I look
by a
at what
lot.
Osprey looks like, the one that was built in 2003, the one that's 0.21 miles away? Can we look at that and just check it out? Oh yeah, you can tell that's a new build. Sheesh, that's cute.
Yeah, this is like,
Eh, needs some love for sure, but the outside was adorable.
but this is exactly what a house that built in 2003 would look like, right? That you
Yeah.
hadn't done anything to. It's just, I mean, back then, this is probably cool. You're like, oh, it looks like
Yeah.
granite, but it's not.
Maple cabinets were a big thing. Okay, so that one's probably, sorry, everybody.
So here's what we would do in this situation is, because we have so many comps that are just outside kind of normal comping criteria,
Yeah.
the closest thing we have is this one in 1992, these three. And even those are too new.
Yeah, those are way too new.
So this is where, real estate gets hard. It's like,
Mm.
well, what do you do here, right? Like if it's an older house in a sea of newer houses, how would you handle that as an agent?
Oh my gosh. Well, I would try to tweak the comps to find something that was around that year built, even if the percentages were off, because I would just want to see what was happening with the houses that were built around that time. So can we do a search just for not necessarily investor activity? I just kind of want to look at everything. And can we do like a
Yeah.
year cap? Can we cap it at like 1979 or something and see what kind of houses are looking like?
Yeah. So this, just to be clear for everybody here, this investor comp section is not necessarily investor activity.
Yeah.
What it is doing is it's looking at my search that I ran at 65%, and it's saying, okay, is there any margins here that's better than 65%? And all of them are, right? They're
Yeah.
all lower than 65%.
Mhm.
Now, it doesn't mean these are all fix and flips.
No,
But
no,
what
no,
we'll
no.
do is we'll remove the comping algorithm by
Okay.
clicking this all activity checkbox.
Perfect.
And that shows us all the other properties in the area, even the ones that just didn't match from like a standard comp practice.
Beautiful. Okay. And
then
then
I'll
can we
sort
sort them
by
by year?
year. Yeah.
Okay. Still, there's still nothing that is so funny. Yeah, could we go back a little bit further maybe? I just want to see if we can even find one that's even
Yeah,
in.
this is 8 months.
That is crazy. Just one little house all on its own.
Right. Well, it's on this huge lot that's in the middle of it, nowhere.
Yeah, it is a massive lot, over an acre.
It's one of those things where, you just have like that old lady who just won't sell her house to the builders. And they just keep it like, we're gonna die in this house. I don't care what you give us. Like that's
Yeah.
probably what happened here.
What if we click on the 30 sold?
30.
Sold. So like instead of
Oh,
10 investor, can we look at that? Okay. Now let's see what kind of years. Oh, we got a 1958. Wait. Yeah. Okay.
oh, wait a second. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
I was
Now we
still
got
looking
some
in the
more.
investor comp section. Good call, Laura.
That wasn't even me. That was, who was that? Someone said that in the chat. It was Maria Porter. Okay. Let's
So
sort
we
by
got
year.
one more. So
Okay.
1958.
Let me just look at that one just for funsies. I know it's not really what we're looking at, but it's a big lot again. And it sold for, is that right? It sold for 30 grand?
It could be a wholesale deal.
That's crazy. Yeah, it sold for 30 grand. So Keegley's trying to sell flippin' for 220. And they're saying that the ARV is 285.
how are they even determining that? Do
You
they
know
include
what?
comps in their
No.
property there? They just show the
Yeah, they just show
subject
it.
property.
Yeah.
Hmm.
To be
Yeah.
honest, I don't think that 220 is, in my opinion, I think that's way too high because you've got new houses that are selling in the 200s.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, but the lot though,
the lot is huge. Yeah.
well, here's the lot on the subject. It's over an acre, like
Mm-hmm.
1.1 acres.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Do
the
we
largest
know
lot
that?
in the whole
Do
area.
Do we know that Flippin sold for 120, and that's in 2006? Is that right?
Yeah, 2006.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's tough. I think that even like an appraiser would have a trouble pulling comps in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's another strategy you can use because we're only showing you 8 months back on this comparative market analysis.
Mm-hmm.
But so this is 30281. Okay, that's the zip code. I'm just get a bearing here. That's Flippin Road and the 75.
Yep.
So what I can do is I can reset this. And then what I can do is let's just do like a bigger zone. And I'm going to go back further using the filter here. So I can go and instead of using like a specific property as the center of the comping, we're just going to look for sold data.
Mm-hmm. And let's do year built. Let's cap it. Everyone's chiming in about 10 years older or newer. That's 100% what you should do, especially in a market where you don't live. Here in Arizona and Phoenix, I can play with that a little bit more because I'm super aware of what houses looked like each decade. And
Mm-hmm.
so plus or minus 10 years, either direction is the best way to do it. So if it's 1950, I believe.
Was it 50? I was trying to remember. So
I think so.
1940.
Let me double check.
60.
Yep, 1950.
All right. And then the square feet, what was it?
They said it was 2,200 even per owner. So that's what the
Okay.
owner says.
So we're going to use this, you guys. We'll use about a 20% tolerance. Is that fair, Laura? Plus or
Yeah,
minus on
I
the square
used to do
feet?
20%, but now I'm doing 10%. But because we're not really getting anything, let's open the window to plus or minus 20% square footage on both sides. So,
Okay, so
2,200 times 0.8, 1760 is going to be our low. And 2,200 times 1.2, 2640. Now, can we make sure that they at least, is there any lot filters I can put on here where we
I
make sure
don't
that,
currently have a lot filter.
okay, that's fine. Well, let's just see what we got.
Let's go back 12 months first.
Sure.
See what we got. So I'm choosing sold single
Yep.
family.
Mm-hmm.
No
Drawn
investor
search.
activity search,
Yep.
you guys. We're just looking for straight sold properties
Sales.
in the
Yep.
last 12 months. So today going back to 8/22/2021. And I'm going to
Beautiful.
sort by sold date.
Sure. That's beautiful. Let's do it.
We got two.
Okay. 1960. That's a massive lot, 87,000 square feet lot. And then
Mhm.
we've got another one for 145 for 19,000. Still pretty big lot, not as big as ours, but still pretty good. Can we see what they look like on the inside?
Yeah, this one just looks like the same kind of property, right? So it's ranch style home.
Mm.
It's a lot more similarities here than that other house, which is newer. I don't know, actually it was older construction. I just looked, it was a 2-story for one. So we didn't put any story matches on there. This house is probably being renovated as we speak.
Someone's saying in here that we've got 119 Flippin Road, built 1955, sold for 210.
119 Flippin Road.
Mm-hmm. And if anyone doesn't have Privy and you're looking for deals in anywhere, if you don't have MLS, we can put the link to get Privy in the chat so that everyone can get it. It's the price per month is minimal, especially if you like find one deal every couple months, it pays for itself. If that, you know, you could find a deal a year and pay for your entire year. So if you use it and you find a deal a month, one deal a month, that's so easy to do, but that is really great. 116 Flippin Road sold for 207, has a smaller lot with 0.35 acres. Yeah, that is a smaller lot. Simone, was that, I'm assuming it's probably a similar year build too for 116 Flippin Road?
We can look that one up. What was the address?
116 Flippin Road, 1955. That's perfect.
Let's see here.
3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, lot smaller, 1392 square feet. Smaller lot, 15,000 square foot lot. So that one missed our search criteria because it's only 1392 square feet. So we only went below 20% square footage, but this is on the same street. So we're kind of getting in the feel for what we should be looking at.
Mm-hmm.
So
we went down to, what was it? 16?
Yeah.
Or 1760.
1760, yeah. 1300 is way lower. Well, to be honest, that 220 then might be a valid sale price. I don't know where they're getting 285 as the ARV. We'd have to see about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where that data is coming from, but you know, you got to get creative in these areas where you just don't have a whole lot of data. You go further out, you go further back in time. You look at houses that are, you know, 700 square feet smaller if you need to. And then you can use price per square foot as a way of determining value, but it's tough on an unrenovated home, right? We would want the price per square foot on a finished fix and flip house that's sold.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
let's try 119 Flippin Road.
When they found another one?
Yeah, 119 Flippin Road. I'm assuming it's smaller than our search parameters, but let's check it out. So 1753, so just shy, because we were 1760.
Just shy.
Yeah. That's pretty cute. Let's look at what it ended up looking like. These always confuse me because the outside is so cute. To me, I love brick homes. Oh, the lot is tiny. 4792.
This kitchen is amazing though. I love those countertops.
Benson, we have a question for you on the right. I have an account as an investor. My girlfriend is a realtor. We invest in Louisiana, which is a non-disclosure state. Would we get more info on Privy with a realtor account?
No, you wouldn't at this point because it's still third-party MLS in Louisiana. So it would be very similar. It wouldn't be any different.
Okay.
Now, it depends on where you're at. Eventually, we're going to be added in like the major cities. So, you know, New Orleans will be added in and then the surrounding areas. And then at that point, it would switch over and it would perform like it does in Dallas and Austin and Oklahoma City, which are also non-disclosure states.
So really quick, everyone, let's I don't want to spend too much just on one house just because I thought it was funny that the road is called Flippin'. But if this were me and I were looking for this for myself, I don't need to be in Atlanta to understand that. To me, it looks like properties like this aren't getting fixed and flipped. So I probably wouldn't touch this just because there's no proof of concept. Do I think that it could work and potentially we could get 285? Sure. But then are we going to get an appraisal to come back at value? Probably not, because there's a lot of newer build homes post year 2000 in this area with a lot smaller lots. So when you're dealing with something that's a lot more specialized, all it takes is for one appraiser to not value the land that it's on or value that it's larger, and then you're screwed. So to me, I wouldn't mess with it. What I want when I'm looking for a deal is I want 3 solid comps, whether I wholesale it to somebody else or I'm taking it down myself as a flip. I want 3 proven solid comps where I'm not trying to reach to make these things happen. And right now we're reaching. So
Yeah.
really quick, everyone, my comping criteria, and I will post this for everybody to see later on today because I'm going to be here every Monday, 3 p.m. I am really specific. I will only go out 3 months, especially the way the market is right now. Everything's kind of crazy. And if you're looking at stuff that was happening 6 months ago, there were still a lot less inventory. Interest rates were a lot lower. To me, that's not a good idea. 3 months is going to be the max I'm going to go back. I'm also going to try to stay within the neighborhood if possible. If I have to go outside of the neighborhood, I'll start in half-mile increments. First, I'll go out half a mile, then I'll go out a mile. Maximum that I will go out is 2.5 miles, but I try not to. I won't cross any major streets, I won't cross any highways, and I won't cross any water. Then I'm going to be looking for plus or minus 10% square footage. I'm going to be looking for a similar lot size, pool, no pool. I get a little bit iffy on the garages. I don't take those into consideration as much because if I'm finding comps that have garages and I have a carport, that's easy to enclose and make a garage. So I don't really do things like that. Pools are a different story. I'm not going to go put a pool in a flip, and I'm not going to expect one of my investors to do the same. You can
Do
go
pools
out.
always add value, or can they?
It depends on the buyer, but
Yeah.
for an appraiser, 10 grand of value.
Okay.
Absolutely deduction for 2 car versus 1 car. That's like a totally different person. And even if you only have 1 car, you've got an extra enclosed garage space for storage, a gym. 2 car versus 1 car, like even not even thinking like an appraiser, not even thinking like a buyer, I can see that there's value to that for everybody. So, okay, let's get off of this one house, and I'd like to open it up to, we're already almost at an hour. I would like somebody who has a house that they want to comp. If you're willing to share it in here, that would be super nice, but I would love to comp somebody's house that they think might be a deal. I'm doing a flip right now. Can you comp that? Absolutely, Daryl, please. Yes, please put in the chat what your house is. Daryl's doing a flip. That's going to be a great one. Let's check it out. Okay, so he's 1424 Kingfield Drive in Modesto, California. There you go.
Modesto. Okay. 1,640 square feet, ranch, built in 1979, 6,500 square foot lot.
Looks great.
Here's what the comps look like.
Daryl, is this really active right now? Yes. Okay. So you're done with your flip. Listing next week. Okay, cool. What'd you pick it up for? $260. All right, he bought it for $260. How much did you put into it during your reno?
I'm wondering what the ARV is on this.
Well, let's pull it up. Let's see what we can get. He did 35K for reno. So he's 260 and 35K for reno.
Okay. Well, this house sold for 500. It's within 10 years. It does have an additional bedroom and bathroom. Slightly larger, but that's nominal. Similar lot size. So this is an area where we don't have direct MLS. This one here sold for 500 in April. So we got that view external listing link.
It's pretty cute.
Mm-hmm.
All these extras create the very best for you. 4 bedrooms. The primary ensuite has his and hers closets with a double seek vanity and 3 full bathrooms, new interior paint and flooring. A beautiful full windowed sunroom showcases a lush backyard of plants and producing fruit trees. Love it, Cindy Yoder. Beautiful. Good job, Cindy.
She's a total pro.
You know what? That's the hardest part of my job is writing those stupid things. I hate it. Okay, so they sold, when did they sell that? They sold it for 500. It's interesting.
April 13th. So
We're in a
it's
little bit.
4 months old.
Yeah.
But it doesn't appear to be this is a flip, right? So
Mm.
if this was flipped, right, it would probably be more
Let's find
expensive than
ourselves a
that.
flip. Yeah, I do need a ghostwriter. My goodness gracious. I love saying stuff like, honey, stop the car. Just kidding. This one won't last long. Okay, let's find us a good, some flip comps. Do we know what his bedroom's about? Okay, he's a 3-2, 1640 square feet. So let's look at other, let's do 3 to 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Final answer for me. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's put some parameters on this guy.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a ton of investor activity in the area.
That's okay. You know what? Daryl wants to be the first.
Yeah, he could be. So before we had a 15% tolerance, and now that I've kind of removed that, you can see here.
Can we
And
put
the
some
prices don't go much higher than 500, just slightly higher than that.
Yeah.
So that's the best right there, and that's
At
2,500
square feet. Yeah, that's too big.
This one's 1837, so 540.
Okay, can we look at that one and
difference.
see what it looks like? It's a 4-bedroom, 3 bath. I don't want 3 bathrooms. You add a 3rd bathroom, that kind of changes the game, in my opinion.
It does, but you could make an adjustment, right? You could.
Well, Daryl's done, so he's still a 3-2.
Right, but I'm saying you could subtract the value of a bedroom out of this price.
True. Let's see if we can find some like solid proven comps though that we can tell him, hey Daryl, I'm confident you can sell your house for this. Okay, that is way too new, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, can we narrow 1996? Can we narrow down what we're looking at on Privy real quick?
Yeah, everything's square footage. We can just delete some of these.
Is there a way for us to go in and put a search filter on here without having to go one by one?
There is, but it wouldn't be for this specific house.
Mm-hmm.
So what we did last time, we could do that again.
Let's do 1640 times 0.9. That's how much I'm willing to go down, okay? 1640 times 0.9. Okay, so we're going to want to stay below about 1450 square feet is the smallest we'll go.
Okay.
We want some
Let's see,
sold.
where was that out? I just lost it. Where were we at? Oh, shoot. What's the address again? I apologize.
Oh, it's okay. Let me log up real quick. 1424 Kingfield Drive. Modesto, California. 1424 Kingfield Drive. Hey, Carlo's in here. Oh, hi.
What am I missing? 1424 King Field.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cute. There's a road called Coffee Road. It's on Coffee and Briggsmore Avenue. In between Coffee Road and Sunrise Avenue. That is too cute.
I'm missing something here.
1424. 1424.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's,
To the right of the 108, above the 132. There you go. Yeah, it's right there. Beautiful.
all right, I got where it's at.
Yep, right in there. In between coffee and sunrise.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. There's something called Orangeburg. We have pipes here made out of Orangeburg, and they always turn into crumpled, like wet cardboard, essentially. And we have to replace all those, and it's so expensive. But that's funny. Someone would name a street
What is
Orangeburg.
Orangeburg? What is it?
Just pipe. There's an Orangeburg, New York. Here, it's like piping. I'm sure there's Orangeburg pipes everywhere, but I freaking hate those suckers. All right, let's go
All right.
6 months, I guess. Yeah, let's do it.
What was the tolerances you wanted?
All right, so I'm going to do, his was, I think, hold on, let me see. So the lowest square footage I want to go is 1450. Square footage. No, not price, sorry. Square footage, sorry.
Thank you. That's me. Okay.
And then was it 1470, sorry. All right, the biggest I want to go is probably 1800. I'm just going to round a little bit. Okay, cool. And then I don't want any new ones. And I think, Daryl, yours is a single level, correct? And then I want to do 3 to 4 bedrooms and only 2 bathrooms. 2 to 2, yeah. And what year was yours built, Daryl? Sorry, I should have yours up next to mine. But I don't, I'm sorry.
What was it?
1979. Okay, so let's cap it at like 1990 year built. The highest is 1990. Okay, let's see what we got. I don't want to do anything low. Let's just see what we got. I know they said year built doesn't matter as much as in California, so let's not be too picky, but let's see what we got.
Okay. So we're right in here. Looks like the closest one went for 485.
Yeah. That's pretty cute. Let's look and see what it looks like. I love it. Oh, we don't, oh, sorry. There's only 2 pics in here. Wow, cute. Sold May 25th, 2022. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1620 square feet. I'm assuming this is flipped because it's cute as heck.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about newly remodeled or anything like that.
Updated quartz
which-
countertops, new stove, sink, garbage disposal, new bamboo and laminate flooring, paint inside and out. So for sure, that's flip. I love this house. This to me is my first pick for a comp. So we're talking 485, 1620 square feet. I like this one. I like it. This is a good one for me. 1013, what was it? 1013 Gorham?
Mm-hmm.
Gorham sounds disgusting, so I'm going to call it Gorham. Okay, I love that. Okay, that's my number 1 comp. Let's see if we can find some more. Okay, if we go across Briggsmore, to me that looks like some sort of like major highway. So I'm, to be honest, I don't know if I want to go over there. But let's look. What is that one that's really close on Narvik?
This one right here. It looks like a
495.
completely different neighborhood.
It's totally different. We're crossing
Yeah.
some big stuff. But I just want to look at it. Oh, yeah. We want to do single levels, so we don't want this guy. This is not for me. Okay. So 485 is great. Let's see if we can find a couple more that we can feel confident that we're giving him a good value. Okay, this one's cute. Love it. Okay. Sold.
1932.
Okay, it's old, but that's okay. It's very old.
Mm-hmm.
It's closer to the freeway. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit,
Okay. How
much
big is this
closer.
guy? 1668.
16.
That's almost perfect. Can we look at the external MLS data for that one and see if we can see like, okay, move-in ready, beauty's ready, oversized primary bedroom suite, definitely a must-see, spacious walk-in closet, fall in love with the bathroom's charm. Okay, I don't know if this is a flip. It could be. It's pretty cute.
Yeah, it looks like they spent money on the exterior. That looks like it's updated. What
I'll tell you
stucco?
what, when you're writing listing descriptions, you should put like new roof within the first couple sentences, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Well, here's continue reading. Let's see. Here we go.
okay, top of the blah, 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 even the, oh, all top of the line appliances included, even washer and dryer. Big backyard for entertaining. There's plenty of room for your RV or boat. Definitely a must see. Location's always a plus. Property only minutes from downtown, freeway and shopping. Come take a look. Okay, well, so is ours. The lot size 9492. What's our subject lot size?
Oh, I hit it.
Sorry. 6,500. 6,500. He's 6,500. Okay. 6,534. Okay, so that's a little bit bigger of a lot. It's an older home. I'm not too nuts about it. Let's see if we can find him another one that looks pretty good. Because we only have one. I love that 485. To me, that's a good one. Daryl,
Mhm.
did you do similar finishes to that one? Oh, this one could be good too. 1953, 1656 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
Lots similar.
Mm-hmm. And it sold for what did it sell for?
440.
Eesh. Eesh. We don't know what it looks like, huh?
No,
That's
we
not
don't.
great, to be honest. Unit B, why does it say that? Is it a duplex?
No.
Why does it say
Could
unit
have some
B?
weird HOA thing going on,
Mhm.
like a retirement community or something like that.
Oh, is there a way to remove age restricted in Privy?
Remove what?
Age restricted properties, like retirement communities?
No, there's not.
Simone, 1609 Jacqueline Way, Modesto, California. I only allowed for a 10% square footage differential, and my assumption it's probably out of that window. Let me look at it. 1609 Jacqueline Way.
Yeah, we can adjust this a little bit more.
1609 Jacqueline Way, 1708 square feet. So it actually should be in there, I think.
How many bathrooms are on that house?
Oh, let me check. It
We
says
matched
3-bed. It says 3-bed, 2-bath.
Okay.
Sold 722.22 for 455. Ooh, Daryl, I hope you get 485 and you don't get like 440 to 455 for it. I mean, still, I don't think that you can lose.
That's the best comp though, is that 485 one. And that one's really super close to the highway, right? So that probably would have sold for more if it wasn't that close to the highway, maybe get over 500.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
Daryl,
then real
what was
quick,
the ARV you based this off of? What do you think you're going to get?
I think, well, again, this is something to me that I would want. I would want 3 solid ones. You can always go off of one. To be honest, if he gets an appraisal and they don't use that 485 comp, that appraiser's trash, but they're going to use more than just that. So it's probably going to be accumulation over, you know, are they going to pull that 440 or that 455? Maybe. And then are they going to give him then, even if he sells it for 485, are they going to give him a value of 470 or 460? So 100% that could happen.
Yeah, and we were really tight on the comp criteria too. Like you did only 10%. The baths had to be exact. You know, you capped it at 1990. So, I mean, these comps are really relevant. Those other ones might be actually too far away. So I wonder if when you're comping, would you rather go too far away, or would you rather go further away, or loosen up the square foot tolerance?
Oh,
And
as
then,
close as I can get, as close as I can get, because then you're crossing major roads and you're crossing that freeway that's right on the west side of that. So,
Mhm.
um, let me just humor, just because I love Daryl. If you don't mind, I'm gonna do something for him real quick, because everyone wants to know my formula. And so my formula isn't just a formula. If you want something that's pretty quick and easy, you're probably barking up the wrong tree. I think that if you're going to be doing any sort of fix and flip, that you need to be really sure that you've got a good deal. And so I'm going to take Daryl's real quick. And so he bought it for $260. And I'm going to share my screen if you guys don't mind real quick. Sorry, Benson, I'm going to take over for a hot
Nope.
sec.
No problem. Just gave it
Okay.
to you.
So this is not this is Daryl's house. Sorry, Daryl, I don't remember your street name, so I'm just gonna put Daryl's flip. Okay. Okay. So real quick, so I mean, do we think that he could get 485, or do you think he's gonna get like 470? I'm gonna say he's gonna get 470. Sorry, Daryl, don't hate me. Daryl, how long are you gonna keep this house? Are you gonna keep it for 4 months? I'm assuming you probably were in and out with construction pretty quick. 4 months, okay. Great. Good for me. Okay, and you bought it for 260. Oops. 260. All right. And then you spent 35 grand. Are you, oops, not 350. Good night. Are you doing any monthly maintenance there, like any landscaping or anything like that? Let's just assume he's taking care of the yard. $50 a month, sure. All right. Daryl, did you get any financing on this? Did you get a hard money loan or anything like that? All right, awesome. What rate did you get?
Oh, for those of you guys that are here,
100%.
this is where we're doing the privy training tonight, so you don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, we're just hanging out in here together. Okay. Property taxes. I have no idea what the property taxes are in California. Is there a way to tell I'm privy, Benson?
Yeah.
Do you know what the annual property taxes are for Daryl's house?
Yep. If you just tell me the address again, I close that out.
Oh yeah.
1424
Kingfield Drive.
Yes, it's down here in the public record section on the right,
Mm-hmm.
and tax assessed info. That's interesting. 1738
Okay.
annually.
Perfect. And then I'm assuming that California insurance is a lot more than Arizona insurance. I have no idea what you guys are spending on homeowners insurance each month. What about are you spending on homeowners insurance each month? Here in Arizona, if this house is in Arizona, it would be like $130 a month. What do people spend on homeowners insurance in Modesto, California? Anyone know? About a month for this cute little house? 800 a year. Okay, that's about the same as Arizona. Let's just leave it alone. 130. Okay. Utilities about 150, and then he's going to go to sell the house. So say he pays $100 for photos. He's going to potentially pay for some closing costs, commission to a buyer's agent. I don't know, Daryl, who's going to sell your house for you? That is a huge profit. Is that for real? Daryl, you might make a big fat check. Did you really get 10% money on this? Where's our guy, Daryl? Daryl, why don't you unmute yourself? Or can I unmute you? Where's my guy?
I don't see
There's
him.
my guy. Hi.
So
Daryl,
Laura,
are you for real? This is a good deal.
our hard money may have been more expensive.
Okay. Well,
Where's your-
sheesh. If you sell this house for, I mean, even if you sell for 470, you're still going to make a lot of money. $140,000?
Oh, nice.
Sheesh.
I must have ran my numbers wrong. I
Is
wasn't
that
thinking I wasn't thinking it was gonna be that much. Well, that's
how long are you going to
heck
hold
yeah.
it for? I mean, the hold
Oh,
time's going to change us a little bit.
well, we closed on this about 2.5 months ago now. So
Okay.
we're almost 3 months into it.
And you're listing tomorrow?
Listing it next week,
Okay.
early next week.
Cool. Well, you better take some good photos of this thing because you need to get some showings.
For sure.
Benson, do you know how long things are sitting on the market there before they're selling?
No, it's hard to tell. I mean, no, I don't know.
Okay. Well, to be honest, Daryl, I don't know how you can lose. Even if you get a crappy appraisal, like you're still in really good shape. Even if you have to say you have to pay 2% to the buyer because concessions are coming back. A lot of buyers are asking for help with their closing costs, maybe buying down their interest rate. That's coming up. That's pretty common.
Mhm.
Let's say, and then let's also say that he doesn't know a listing agent that will give him a deal. Let's say he's going to pay a listing agent 2.5%. And we got him paying 1% closing cost concessions. And for his inspection repairs, let's even up that to 2%. Let's just say he gets a really crappy inspection repair request. He's still making over 100 grand. That's crazy. Good for
That's
you.
a triple digit flip.
That
I
is a
love it.
triple digit flip. My gosh, Daryl, good for you. Holy
Thank
freaking
you,
crap.
thank you.
I
Thank
cannot
you.
wait. You're going to have to share your final numbers. Maybe you and I can do like a little Zoom together and we can go through your flip.
Let's
'Cause
do
that's
it.
always fun. I know people don't like that because I love that because that's what I want to see. Like, I don't give a sorry, I was about to cuss. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't give a crap if people are like, you're just hypothetically comping. I hate that. Like, show me it all, you know?
Yep.
Like, just like Kendrick Lamar wants to see an ass with some stretch marks. I want to see everything. Open up the hood. I want to see it all. I want to know how your transaction went. I want to know if you had a horrible buyer's agent that cost you an extra 10 grand. I want to know it all.
This
Okay.
was an extremely fun transaction. By fun, by fun, I mean a headache. So I would love to talk about it. I was doing this with Elena and Kurt too.
Oh,
So
wow.
they're the boots on the ground, like doing the flip and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm sure they'd be down too.
That would be really fun. Okay. You got to sell the house first.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we do like a part 1 and a part 2 because that's the thing is like I feel like I can digest that really easily, both the acquisition and the construction, and then when you went to sell it on the market. But maybe
Yeah.
we break it up into 2 and we do like, where did you find the property? What was it like closing it? Was there a wholesaler involved? Was there an agent involved? Were you direct to seller? You know, how'd you find your hard money? And then we go through construction and then we just cap it. And you and I could probably do that together already because
Let's do it.
you're pretty much done. And then we can have a part 2 once you sell the house and hopefully you sell it in like a week.
I'm ready when you are.
We should do that. That's really fun. But I don't see how you can lose right here at all. But good job. 35 grand is an awesome reno budget for anything. So good for you.
Thank you. Yeah, we were I don't know if you've seen it in the chat, but we did a lipstick flip. That's what I was expecting. I was thinking that we can get like 465, 470. We just came in there, we just cleaned it up, paint floors, upgraded the bathrooms a little bit in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And we spent 35. Actually it was a little, we ended up spending around like 40. Our contractor like last second ran off on us with the appliances. So we had to pay for the appliances twice and for another contractor. So
All right.
a little bit over, but
I upped your budget in here to 40 and you're still over 100 grand profit. So
nice.
I love that. Well, let's look at your acquisition process. Let's set something up maybe later this week. We can do it. It'll just be for fun, just because it's really interesting. That's the thing is like people all the time you see, I mean, me included, you watch these flipping shows and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. I just want to like fart around and do this for fun. It is fun. And I'm not saying it's not fun. It's probably the funnest thing in the world. And it can be really profitable, but you also like hearing like what it's really like is really cool. So let's do that. That would be really fun. Okay.
Yeah, I'm down.
Well, let's Eduardo is so serious about this Goshen, Indiana. Is that right? Goshen? Benson, I got a challenge for you. We've got 301 West Wilden Avenue. Eduardo's wilding out for it. Let me stop my sharing and Benson can take over. We're 301 West Wilden Avenue. Daryl, you're the man. I'm so proud of you. That's so cool. Good job.
Wilden.
Wilden Avenue. Go ahead and share your screen if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out where this, oh, this is in north. This is north. So this is going to be another third party MLS area.
Okay. Goshen. Oh, Goshen. Right, Kevin?
Yes, somebody was asking about Deal Automator. They're going to be all third party MLS data too. Guys, they're not, we're the only ones that are going direct. All right, so here's 301 Wilden. It's a 1388 square feet.
This is something that I personally will not touch. I do not touch 2-bedroom, 1 bathrooms unless it's really easy to do an addition. But even then, I'm going to be pulling the permit and I really want to. So like, I don't really mess around with 2-1s, but I'm not saying there is an investor that won't touch this. So, oh wow, look at that guy. It's pretty cute.
Yeah, it's got some character. It's super old, 1931. Smaller lot. I mean, the sale, I mean, this thing's been, let's see here. I don't even know when this thing was sold last. Do you currently have this one under contract? Are you doing a flip? What's the story with this one?
Let's get Eduardo up here with us real quick. Eduardo, will you raise your hand? And I'll get you up real quick.
Goshen.
Goshen. How do I get Eduardo up here? Eduardo, can you unmute yourself? Is that okay? How do I find him?
Yeah, some of these comps we'd have to get rid of. This one we would hide. So this little hide icon right here. This one you would hide. That one maybe you keep. This one you probably hide. So the highest sold comparable, there's 2 of them, 174 and 135.
All right, I'm gonna get Eduardo up here. Hi, Eduardo. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Okay, tell us the story with this one.
All right, so I was driving to work one day and we seen, and this is not the only property that's like side by side. They're all boarded up. That house that you see, that's not the original picture right now of how it looks. It's all boarded, completely boarded up. And there's houses like 3 or 4 or 5 right next to it. They're all boarded up as well. But somebody looked it up in our group, and they said that the guy that owns that property has, I don't know, over 200 properties valued at like $2 to $3 million, and then he has like 20 something vacant properties. So I was just like,
have you tried to get a hold of him or anything like that to see what the 411 is on these and what's going on with him? Like, did he pass away? Is he an older guy and he's just sick of managing properties? Like, what's going on here?
Like, I don't have any software like Privy or PropStream or anything.
All right, no worries. Let's see. Okay, so it says it's an owner-occupied property. I'm gonna doubt no because it's boarded up.
Yeah.
Who does it say is the owner, Benson?
Diana Steyer.
What is it?
Steyer, Styer.
Can we look her up and see how many she owns and see if that's really true that she owns $2
I mean, we
million
can
of
try
real
to
estate?
find her info.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Diana.
Goshen, Indiana. There's Steyer. That's a gun. Let's look at, let's actually, Cluster Maps is another actual site, you guys. If you haven't used Cluster Maps, it's kind of like True People Search.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, there
it's
she
another
is. She's
free.
83 years old. She lives in Goshen. Right there.
Goodness. Does she have the same address that it's there?
Yeah, is it 301 West Wildin?
Yeah, it's completely boarded up. I don't get it.
I'm assuming she probably passed away. 1574
Probably.
34.
I don't know who used what system they used to find out how many properties she had, but they posted it in the chat. There was just like that they own so many properties over millions of dollars, and they have a bunch of properties that
Phone
So
number is disconnected.
here's a phone number, and then there's an associated person, Wanda Steyer.
I just called Diana's phone. It's disconnected.
Okay, here's Wanda.
Wanda. How old is she?
somebody said they looked it up on PropStream. I only see one property for her.
574-299 3313. Oh, that straight just ended. South Bend, Indiana. That number is not going going through 574-299-3313. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't go
She's
through.
83.
Yeah, Diana's probably passed away. I hate to say it. That's really sad. There you go. Obituary. Redfin or RREF obituary. Diana Steyer. I looked on PropStream, only see one property owned as well.
All right, so it must have been, I don't know. It must have been a different property then.
So she died in 2020. So she passed away. So if she's associated with Wanda Steyer, we could try to find Wanda. I mean, number one, you'd have to see if it's even worth it. If the whole street is boarded up, in my opinion, I probably wouldn't touch that either unless I could buy the whole street. Say we found out that Diana actually owned all the houses and she passed away in 2020 and that's why they're all boarded up. But it sounds like she only owns one house. So I feel like, in my opinion, I really wouldn't want to buy the house because I wouldn't want to hold it as a long-term rental. I wouldn't want it to be an Airbnb, and I want it to be a fix and flip because that means every single person that comes to that house, whether they're coming to stay on vacation and as an Airbnb or on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, I'm listing it as a fix and flip. That means that they're going to have to drive down a street with a bunch of houses that are boarded up. And so I probably wouldn't touch it, to be honest.
Yeah, they're all right next to each other. That's just a start. There's that one right there, and then the ones next to it, they're all boarded up.
Mm-hmm.
How close is the drive to Notre Dame from here?
It's about 40 minutes, maybe.
So it's not close enough for it to be like, okay, let's stay here and then we'll drive into Notre Dame. They're not going to do that, right?
No, probably not. Pretty far.
Yeah.
What's Goshen, Indiana like? What's going on there? Anything exciting?
It's where I live at is literally I live right in downtown Goshen, and like houses typically like towards the left over here by the library. They're more like old houses that are already like fixed up and stuff.
Okay.
Because I tried to learn how to comp in this area, but it's really hard. So hard.
Lots of Amish. Everyone keeps saying Amish. That's funny. Benson, let's try to comp this for him if we were going to look for an ARV for it, if that's okay. I know this is third-party MLS, but what can we see for ourselves? I know that you found a couple that might be
Right. Well, it's third party, but it's still, I mean, the
Pretty
sold
good.
data is going to be the same whether it's MLS or not. It's just with the MLS, we get them sooner than when they hit county record data.
Mm-hmm.
But these are still the county record data solds. So, you know, when we look at the closest one, these two right here, one went for 174, one went for 135. This one's a 3.2. So that one's, well, interestingly enough, it has more valuable characteristics, but it's sold for less.
Mm-hmm.
This one is a 2-1, just like the subject property, and it went for 174.
Okay. Interesting. What does that one look like?
Usually everybody does all the flipping and stuff in either Elkhart, Indiana or South Bend, which is more popular.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the thing too, is like you can look in these like offshoots of like these tiny towns off of like a more popular town, and you can be like, well, look at all this opportunity here. Because no one's doing it. No one's
Yeah.
doing it, then there's no, you know, there's no comps for an appraiser to use once you go to sell it for like people who are fixing and flipping. So you're going to be comparing, you're going to get appraisal data based on just like normal buyers and sellers trading houses that aren't renovated, you know?
Right.
So it's although people think I don't want to go somewhere where there's a lot of competition. Like I don't want to play around in DFW. I don't want to play around in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't want to play around in Raleigh, North Carolina. I don't want to play around in Denver. I don't want to touch Phoenix. Like there is so much money to be made here in Phoenix. I get it. There's a lot of competition, but there's so much money being made. And I would rather look for deals in a city where there's a lot of stuff going on
Yeah.
and try to be the first one and hope that I get some good appraisals, you know?
Yeah. Well, from what I heard is coming up too.
So here's the investor activity in that general area, South Bend and down in Goshen.
Mm-hmm.
These are all the fix and flips that have happened in the last 12 months. So if you were going to pick an area, right, like you're going to want to be in like South Bend.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness, look at all that. Looks like a hive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it snowballs because once you've got one or two, then that attracts more fix and flippers and more fix and flippers. And then you got more and more data. The way I look at it too, Laura, is there's problems that you can fix and there's problems you can't fix. If your problem is there's no comps, there's no solution to that. Like you can't go and just create comps unless you go do a project.
Mm-hmm.
But you can find a solution for competition, right? You
Mhm.
can be more effective, more efficient. You can get there faster. You can make better offers. And then you got the data to still prove value on that property. You just got to get in there better, right? So,
Right.
so there's a solution to the competition problem. There's no solution for a no comp problem.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
you're saying is it's like, if, let's say, for instance, if you have your eyes on a certain property and the first thing you do is make sure that it's even compable.
Yes, in my opinion, because when you're comping something, you need an end goal in mind. So whenever I talk to people who are getting started, this is probably like when I hear stuff like this, I'm just like, I kind of laugh a little bit. So say someone's like, oh, I've been going for a walk with my daughter and there's such a cute house and it looks like it needs to be fixed up and it would be so cute if we fixed it up. And it's like, okay, is the house for sale? Is it in foreclosure? Is it vacant? Have you made have you tried to go talk to anybody about it? Have you tried to get a hold of the seller? Do you know if the seller's passed away? And so it's like people just kind of get obsessed with one house. And I used to be like that. I'm not saying that that's a weird thing, but I used to be like, oh my gosh, like this would be the flip because it's like a street away from my house, or like I love this neighborhood and it would be so fun. You know, like you come up with these things in your head. And to me, it's more like go find an opportunity and then let's comp it. You know?
Nice.
And so it's like, well, where do you want an opportunity? Are you going to want to fix and flip it yourself? Or are you going to want to wholesale it to an investor who's fix and flipping?
You can even take it a step further. Like Eduardo said, you know, just check to see if a house is even comparable before you do it.
Yeah,
I actually go to where like, no, I don't even look in an area where there's no comps
you're right.
first. Like I wouldn't look in Goshen, right?
So-
If I was going to do something in this area, I would choose right here. Or
Yeah.
if you can even be more targeted, right? Eduardo, try not to get stuck in your head that you have to be in your own backyard. Like Laura was just looking in Atlanta, right? She's also thinking about looking in North Carolina, right? So she's thinking about other markets that are hot that she could look for opportunities in. And if you look at it that way, then you can put yourself in a better position, because once you're remote, I mean, it might as well be Dallas than going to South Bend. Like, are you going to be up there every day?
Well,
And
look at this. Evan Toma put
Mhm.
right here for you, Eduardo. We are flipping all over South Bend. Reach out. So
right.
this to me is a buyer for you.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying, Eduardo, again, when I'm saying, what do you want to do? I'm actually asking you, would you want to fix and flip it yourself, or would you want to wholesale it to a cash buyer?
Excuse me, give me a second. Son, go out there, please. My little Tarzan, he looks just like little Tarzan, tell you that. All right, I'm about to put my information on there real quick. So anybody that's out there, they can reach out to me too. So,
The other thing, Eduardo, is if you like Indiana, like check out obviously once you get closer to like Indianapolis, like it just lights up with investor activity.
Okay, so Eduardo, I don't know if you can still hear us. Can you hear us?
yeah, of course.
Okay,
it was just
cool.
my son. He came in.
No,
and
you're
running.
fine. When you're thinking of looking for properties, what do you want to do? Do you want to fix and flip them yourself, or do you want to sell them to a cash buyer?
I guess whatever gets thrown at me. I mean, if I'm able to find money to be able to flip it, then I'd probably go that route.
Okay. Have you done a fix and flip before?
No.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Evan Toma, if you scroll up just a little bit, he made a comment at 4:22 p.m. I want you to connect with him. He's flipping all over South Bend, and he wants you to reach out to him. So that is kind of in your backyard. What do we say? That was like 40 minutes away from Goshen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the guy. Okay, so he's doing it right now.
I
I
just sent him a
guarantee
threat.
you, if you find him a deal, he'll probably let you see what his process is like. And I'm sorry, Evan, if you're like, hell no, I won't. He
Oh, yeah.
probably will, though. So he will probably let you, if you find it, he'll fix and flip it. He'll run it through his process with his contractor and his project manager and how he walks things. Like, that would be the perfect opportunity since you've never done it before.
Yeah, because I heard there's a lot of people that there's a guy, what's his name? It's in my messages. Isaac. I met him at a meetup over here, and he said he just found a crew to be able to, like, a good crew to fix and flip.
Okay. So if I were you, I wouldn't do a fix and flip by myself alone. I would go to someone who's doing it already, like Evan, and I would find a deal. So what you need to do when you talk to Evan, please talk to Evan, okay? Evan wants you to reach out to him. So talk to him and say, what's your buy box? So he's looking in South Bend, is that right? Like south?
Yep.
Evan might not even be in here anymore, so I'm sorry, Evan. So find out what he's looking for. Is he looking for single family? Is he looking for, will he touch 2 1s? Will he do 3 2s? Does he will he touch properties built in the 1930s? And find out what he's looking for. Is he trying to buy under a certain dollar amount type of thing? And then try to find him a deal in South Bend. And if you find it and he buys it, then say, if you buy it, will you show me what you're doing? Can I just watch? Can I go with you when you go meet your contractor? If you are the contractor, can I go and watch you do your reno estimate? Can I be a part of what you're working on, and just watch him do it? And then it sounds like you've already got a construction crew. That could be good. And then the next one, do it yourself, but then you'll feel confident in your numbers because you found him a deal. And you can wholesale it to him. So you can make, depending on how deep you find a deal, you can make tens of thousands of dollars. And Evan will still buy it if it pencils out.
Heck yeah.
So definitely connect with Evan. He's a cash buyer that's currently fix and flipping, and he'd be a great person to
Hey,
check out. How do we reach Evan? I have no idea. Does anyone know who Evan Toma is? Thoma. I'm sorry. Pace is king of this, king in the castle. He remembers everybody. He'll be like, "Oh yeah, I know who you are. You're so and so and so and so on Instagram." And I'm like, "I don't know how you remember that."
I think I've heard him say his name before.
Okay, so it's Evan Toma, Toma. So if you're in the chat, you can type in Evan, Evan Toma. There you go, and you can send him a direct message. And
Hey, I already did that. Put all my. Hey, can I tell you something that I'm really proud of?
sure, yeah, absolutely. I would
Okay,
love that.
all right. So this guy Isaac that I told you about, that we message each other.
Mhm.
His wife met with my wife, and they were just talking.
Mhm.
He was somewhere else, I was somewhere else, and I guess they introduced us together. And my wife told him and his wife about Pace Morby's, sub two group and all this stuff. And he just he messaged me and told me he's a part of the sub two now.
Oh wow, no
Yeah,
way.
he didn't even know who Pace Morby was. He was just like, I just told him like how big the community is, showed him like everything you have access to, and he was just like, "Wow, man, that's crazy."
That's amazing. I love that so much. That's exactly what that, like, to me, like, that makes me so happy that you're telling other people about Pace, because I love that. But I feel even more excited for him because I know what Pace teaches in here can change people's lives. Like, we have people who have been able to quit their jobs, like single moms who weren't spending time with their kids, who have been able to leave crappy jobs and be able to support themselves with cash flow. And like, that's what this is all about. So thank you
100%.
for spreading the word. And I'm glad that he's now a part of it. I hope I get to meet him someday, and you too. So I appreciate it.
All right.
Should we finish comping that, or do we feel like we should leave that one alone, Benson? I think
I
we're
don't think
kind of
it's alone. There was a
redirecting.
135 and a 175. Like those were like the two closest comparables.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of hard to tell like which direction it would go.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have a hard time in Goshen, putting together consistency in your business. Like let's say you got this one deal, then what?
Yeah.
Right? You're going to have a hard time like building on top of that and getting consistent wins where you can have predictable and consistent deal flow. This is why I wanted to show you this market here, which is down in Indianapolis, where I actually zoomed into this high investor activity area. And you can see the level of activity here, right? Now, yeah, it is a little bit more comfortable to be able to look at that house with your own two eyes, and then you can see it's boarded up. But as you found, the data is not there to be able to actually go and execute a wholesale strategy where you are going to use fix and flip properties to prove value to your end buyer or to an appraiser, right? So this is that same problem we were talking about before, where you can solve the competition problem, but you can't solve for the no comp problem, especially in a wholesale biz. If you were going to go and maybe do rentals, yeah, you can maybe just use regular houses that are unrenovated to get an idea of value. And then primarily you're going to make a decision based off of cash flow rather than the after repair value. But you literally can't prove ARV if no one's done a flip, right?
Yeah.
So consider areas like this, right? Or actually you're probably closer to Chicago than you are Indianapolis, right?
Have you ever seen Fort what is it? Gary, Indiana?
Yeah.
Oh my, if you actually ever drove through there, it's so sad.
It's crazy. Yeah, I know people that are trying to do deals up there, but like, so you see the investor activity here, and then you've got, let's see here, there was another base. You mentioned that fort.
We pass by Gary every time I go to Florida, because I'm originally from Miami, Florida. So when I go to Chicago to the airport, I'm always passing by Gary. It's just saddens me. This neighborhood's just boarded up.
Yeah, right over here. It's just right on the border there. I'm actually surprised Gary hasn't started to pop yet, because a lot of people are moving their businesses outside of Chicago because it's just not a landlord-friendly state, and the taxes are so crazy. Like, I feel like this is going to be an area where people are going to start doing rentals, so they can just drive into the city and have all the benefits of the taxes that Indiana give them as opposed to Illinois? Obviously, that hasn't started yet. It's just something I had thought about. But there's a pocket right here. Look at this, 350. These are fix and flips.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
So there is definitely a lot of activity right here that's overflowing into this area. This is just the last 12 months.
Yeah, Gary, Indiana is another one I heard about too.
Yeah, check this out.
Tia Campbell is saying that it's a need to know market before you get into it. So it's probably not something that someone should do virtually unless you can squat up with someone like Tia that understands that. Stay away.
Yeah,
Or find a unicorn agent
Yeah.
who's doing stuff out here and to have them be your eyes and ears on the ground, who
Mhm.
can make sure you know the ins and outs of that need to know. Like that's what the agent is for, right? That's why you want to go for those unicorn agents, because they do have the ability to be your partner on the ground to help you make better decisions.
Yeah.
or we could just we could also just look up the area and type in "we buy houses" or something out there in those areas.
Well, that's Home Investors people, and they're a good thing to do, but they're not everywhere. But
Mhm.
every time you call them, they're going to be pissed off. I swear. Like Pace and I owned a Home Investors franchise. We paid $7,500 every time our phone rang, and it was like all the time. Like other people who wanted to be an investor or who are wholesalers, like just wanted to be like, "Hey, what's Phoenix like? Can you help me find a house?" And it's like, dude,
That's what the cost per
you're
lead
supposed to be a
was.
homeowner who has an ugly house. Like, don't call my line. You just cost me $7,500. So please don't just call the We Buy Ugly Houses people. You're gonna piss them off. Please don't. Like, you don't understand how expensive it is to advertise with them. Don't call them. They're gonna be mad.
Okay.
Call a realtor that helps investors. That's what you need to do. Or
Oh, the one
call
your
yeah.
pocket.
Yep, call a realtor. That's what they're here for.
Nice.
Okay, well, let's move on to a different house. Thank you, Eduardo. I'm glad that you
You.
asked. That is a weird spot. To be honest, I would
Yeah,
probably
told
just
you.
leave that where it
Tough.
was.
Told you it was tough.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. I'm going to, what do I consider a unicorn agent? So this is something that Pace started saying to describe me. A unicorn agent is somebody who understands the investor world, who understands how to underwrite deals, who can help you find an Airbnb, who can help you, like I do deals that don't have anything to do with my license. I do wholesale deals. Like a unicorn agent is somebody who actually understands this world. You will get in touch with some agents who have no idea what you're talking about. They don't know how to find you a deal. They don't know how to comp a deal. They don't even know what ARV means. So a unicorn agent is someone who can actually help you. So that would be someone like me. And we've got some agents here, got tons of agents that are part of Sub 2 that are exactly the same. So it would just have to be dependent on the market that you're looking in.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And depending upon where you're looking, like this is the Chicago market, and if we've got the direct to MLS data there, look at the sold by, like on these flips. So this is Mihaela Patinelli. I just butchered that last name, but when you're looking at these areas, you can find investor focused agents who maybe are unicorn. I mean, that's a reach, right? That's like a notch above somebody who's just investor friendly. But this is one way that you can identify those. And if you're in a third party MLS area and you're looking to find an investor focused agent, look at a closed fix and flip and then just Google the address. And then that'll pop up usually a listing. When I'm doing third party, I'm usually like looking at it like a Redfin type place. So you can come over here to like Redfin, and then here she is, right? So that's one way that you can find agents. And I mean, you're already super busy, Laura, but what if they wanted to use like an EXP agent? Could you refer them to an EXP agent in another market?
Absolutely. So we have a ton of people that are, oh my gosh, I can't even begin to explain all of this. EXP is confusing, but is essentially a downline. So it's essentially, I wouldn't call it an MLM, but it kind of is for realtors. It's so unique. But the good news is Tarek El Moussa is above everybody, and then Elena Cardone is underneath him, and I'm underneath Elena Cardone. So all of us have lots of specialties that all have to do with investing and fix and flipping and interest and wholesale and all sorts of other cool things and cool tricks up our sleeve. And EXP is not just nationwide, it is worldwide. So if you are in a specific market and you want to get hooked up with someone who is around me, then let me know. Betty did say something that I wanted to respond to. Let me scroll up a little bit. Betty, do you have anybody that can work with in Tucson? So I have done stuff in Tucson. I don't necessarily want to anymore. We fixed and flipped in Tucson. I don't want to either. It's quite a drive. I love it. It's beautiful down there. I just don't want to. Crystal Frangos, who's in sub 2, is a Tucson realtor. She is a perfect person to go to. She is incredibly savvy on many things, and I highly doubt she's in here because she's super busy. But Betty Manning, get in touch with Crystal Frangos.
How do you spell frongos?
Frangos. And if it's Frangos, I'm so sorry. Here I go again, butchering people's names. But Betty Crystal is who you want to work with. Ingrid is here in Phoenix with me. So I love Ingrid. Ingrid's my favorite person. I actually got so overwhelmed that I sent all of my deals to Ingrid when I didn't have time. So Ingrid's like my personal referral here in Phoenix. But I would say for Tucson is probably Crystal. And Crystal is so sweet and she's so knowledgeable, but that would be my pick. Someone else said that they're licensed in Tucson here. Brandon. Brandon is licensed
Cool.
in Tucson as well. Maybe Brandon and Betty, you can exchange info. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, Ingrid is like amazing. There's Joseph. There you go, real quick. And Yvonne is another one who is incredibly wonderful, and she's knowledgeable in multiple different states. Yvonne's here. Her phone number, if anyone needs it, if they want to reach out and text her, she's 602-499-2873. Yvonne knows what's going on as well. She is a fantastic realtor who understands the investor world. Okay, should we do another one? Do we have time?
Yeah, I wanted to see if we could find a deal
on,
right in here in the Chicago market.
well, let's do that because I'm going to run up on Pace's wholesale hotline. And as everyone can see, I'm in Pace's studio. So this isn't going to work very much longer. Also, if anyone is in Phoenix, Ingrid and I will be on a panel at Keighley talking about badass women in the investor side. And if anyone can come, I'm sure that we would love to see everybody. Oh, Daryl's going to be there. Ah, cool. Okay. Yeah, everyone should come to the
Nice.
Keighley event and come and see us. And that will be so cool. It's this week on Thursday, I believe. Thursday the 25th. Let me double check. I am so
While you're
busy at
looking at
this
that-
point. I'm like live or breathe or die by my calendar. So it is, I believe it's Wednesday or Thursday, the 25th at Keighley, their new office on Washington. And it is at 5:45, I think. 5:30, 5:45. Yeah, Pace will not be there, I don't think. Pace is definitely going to be in Orlando.
Hmm.
And then he might be in Colorado. And then he might be at my house and we might be having a party here or something like that too. There, Ingrid. Love Ingrid. There you go. Event Create Keighley. You have to sign up. So everyone keep that. And there's Ingrid's Instagram. So I was born in Indiana, Gary, Indiana. Could you hook me up with a rehab? David. Oh my gosh. Let me see what we could find in Gary, Indiana. I don't know. That would probably be Tia could probably help with that.
Yep.
Perfect.
Also, too, you guys don't forget you can pull lists from Privy for off-market leads,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, like, this is a hot area here in Chicago. If you wanted to pull lists of foreclosures or absentee owners or vacancies or zombie properties, you can do that. But you want to target these high investor activity areas. That way, if you find something, the likelihood of you having good fix and flip data to prove value
Mm-hmm.
is going to be there, right? So it isn't just like an on market or an off market strategy. That's just a good strategy overall, is like operate where your comps are at, operate where your buyers are at, operate
Yep.
where your investor focused agents are at.
Yes. Yep.
Like,
Daryl has a deal in Gary, Indiana. David Wilkerson, connect with Daryl. He's got something for you. So, hey, where the hay grows. Absolutely. Yes. Okay, perfect.
so you guys
Daryl,
check out
David's going
this
to reach out to
area
you.
right here. This is one of those hot areas, right? So I want to show you how simple it can be to find a deal if you target these areas, as opposed to just walking down the street when you're walking your dog. Like that, Laura, your example of that is like how most people find stuff, is like just stumble upon things and just hope it's a deal. If you're more strategic, then you can find an area like this, and then you can use the one button click, find similar active deals, and then just make a slight adjustment to the filter based off of what you know about what the buyers are willing to buy there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know that there's buyers here that will buy stuff up to 60%. So let's just say we set this at 55.
Mm-hmm.
Run the search, and then that's just going to pluck deals out. So this house right here, you can get for 119 grand. It just came on the market today. So this would show up in your email inbox if you had a saved search. And then when you look at the comps, the reason why this house was flagged as a deal is because the closest sold fix and flip just went for 275.
Yeah.
So this house that's at asking price is right around 44% of the ARV. So this is a deal. So, for example, Eduardo, like this could be a good wholesale deal for you.
Yeah.
44%. And it's got 2 fix and flips. So this is how you prove ARV. You show them the fix and flip down the street.
Yeah.
And then if you're looking for a way to kind of decide, well, what do I do to my house to get to that value? Well, you look at the fix and flip comp, and now you've got a blueprint. And this is also how you prove to your buyer what kind of renovation to do and help convince them that this is a deal that matches their criteria by just showing them the pictures from the renovation down the road. Does anybody want this deal? I'll just put it out there for you guys. You don't have to live in Chicago. I'm sure there's lots of EXP agents up there. What do you think of that one, Laura?
I love that one. That one's beautiful. It's definitely a cute one.
There's a lot of little cute houses. This one's not cute.
It could be. It could be really cute. Oh, that one needs so much love. Holy crap.
It's a total burnout.
Sheesh. Well, that one has to go to an investor. So if anyone's okay with some extra construction,
It's overpriced though.
Probably need to underwrite that just for the land it's on at that point.
Yeah, I agree.
Very dangerous block.
So, well, this was amazing, Laura.
Thanks for everyone for coming and being here with me. Again, if anybody wants to get privy, it's getprivynow.com/Laura.
Yep, I've got a link here for you guys, and use the promo code PACE. That'll make sure you guys get that 20% discount on the first month. There's the link, and then there's the promo code.
Beautiful. And to be honest, if anybody has ever been like, why didn't you ever do this before? I have tried to use PropStream. I hate PropStream. And I'm sorry, some people are going to be like, what are you talking about? It's so easy. it drives me nuts. And so I have not ever wanted to do comping for nationwide. I'm so confident in Arizona because I'm spoiled. I have MLS. It's amazing. And that's all I've done. When I saw what Privy is about and I saw how easy it was, Molly actually was telling me about it. And she was like, oh, yeah, I use Privy because she was trying to get me to comp some house in Texas. And I was like, I can't do that. And she's like, I just want a second opinion. And I'm like, I'm not comping on Zillow. I'm not comping on PropStream. And she's like, use Privy. Privy is so easy. So if you want to look outside of MLS, you don't want to use PropStream, this look at how easy this is. You click a button and you can find deals. So utilize Privy. There's so much money out there to be made and it's amazing. So
Well, thank you for that.
startwithprivynow.com.
Also,
Startwithprivy.com. Benson already put the link in there for us with the promo code PACE. PACE is in here. So all right. Well, I'm going to have to get out of here because Pace has to get on wholesale hotline. He has to get prepped up. Mace Porby. Yep, that's the guy. All right. Well, hey, Benson, thank you so much for being in here with me,
yeah,
everybody.
thank you. Appreciate it. It was
And
fun. Thanks everybody for
I'll
coming.
be here again next Monday. I think Benson's going to be with me again one more time, but I'll just continually be here. Again, utilize each other, utilize Privy if someone wants an extra opinion. Let us know. You can always reach out on Instagram, but we appreciate you guys. And if anyone wants my comp sheet, send me a message on Instagram. That's probably the easiest way, and I'll send it over to you. But thank you. Appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your day. And go watch Wholesale Hotline. That's my favorite thing. So, bye.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.